One more other verse to look at, verse 2, it says, "Unto whom I have given the keys of my kingdom." Now, this is not the first time the word keys shows up in the Revelations, but it's useful to pause for a moment and realize and reflect. A key is something that opens, and so it's a symbol of power, of unlocking.
You know, this principle shows up, Taylor, in, I think it's one of your favorite stories from the New Testament, up in Caesarea Philippi.
Yeah.
That experience where Jesus takes his apostles on this long hike to get up to basically the capital city of idol worship of the day.
Right.
And he asks some pretty critical questions there.
Yeah, it's interesting. They've hiked about 25 miles, and Jesus asks us questions. Who do men say that I am? So let's imagine you and I go on a 25-mile hike. And at the end of the hike, I say, Tyler, who am I? You might wonder if I'm a little dehydrated because we know each other pretty well. And I actually could have asked that question
back in Capernaum. Why did we need to hike? So the fascinating thing is, whom do men say that I am? And the apostles are saying, giving the obvious answers. Well, some think you're Elias, or others saying you're John the Baptist, come back, or one of the prophets. But then his ultimate question.
Who do you say that I am?
Oh, now that's significant because it's not just what other people are saying about you, Jesus. Now the question was, who are you to me? And I love the fact that Peter steps in there and gives voice to the whole group. Thou art the Christ,
the Son of the living God. That's just beautiful. One of the most powerful phrases in all Scripture. And then soon thereafter, God declares, I'm going to give you the keys of the kingdom. And so in Christian artwork, you often see Peter, well, if you're ever actually looking at Christian art and you see somebody holding a key,
or a key ring with two keys on it, sometimes, various ways.
It's often Peter. Yeah. And again, this is the power of opening and closing. This is the power of God, that he opens doors for us. He also closed down doors that we don't need in our lives. It actually does this same phrase of key shows up elsewhere in Luke chapter 11:52. Jesus is talking about the lawyers, their key of knowledge, that they're actually closing down people's knowledge because they're misusing the keys.
That's really important because if you look at key holders in the Scriptures and in our church today, what is the role of a key holder? It's not just a gatekeeper, which it is, but it's way more than that. So Peter was promised, I'm going to give you the keys of the kingdom. Whatsoever you seal on earth will be sealed in heaven. Whatsoever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. So
opening and closing.
This opening and closing. Think about the fact that a key holder can unlock the gates of heaven, but keys can also be used to lock the gates of hell, can be used to push back, to drive darkness from among us, as well as open windows and doors for light. It goes both ways between heaven and hell. These keys are really important, and you can see why Satan and the hosts of devils would be so interested in fighting against this beginning phase of the church where these keys are starting to spread, and there is real power given to mere mortals. This is a significant section.